you got Greenwood.
Okay, Greenwood. Now, this is kind of a little bit more of a hidden market, but I do kind of relate it a lot to the Noblesville market. It's on, although you're going to look at these squiggly lines here on the median rental price and be like, what? That is not near as stable as the Noblesville market. Well, Greenwood is, well, like I said, a little bit of a hidden market. It's just beginning to find itself, but still they have a great start to their school system. So this is a great area to invest in. And if you'll look at a lot of these submarkets, and I'm going to jump immediately over to the average sales price at 298. These submarkets, you're not seeing 298. You're seeing in the 300s. So this is still a great price point to get into. And your average rents, even though they've ticked down a 0.25%, you're still seeing an average rent rate of $1,600 a month. So this also seems to be, well, let me jump down to average days on market. Average days on market, even though they've ticked up almost 13%, we're still seeing an average days on market at 35. I mean, to me, this looks like, even in a rough market, this looks like a pretty strong market, pretty stable market. And that's even with active homes currently on the market at 140, which is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the highest numbers we've seen in these submarkets. So I know I kind of jumped around through a lot of those, but I'm going to jump right back over to the median rental price over time, because I really want to get a sneak peek into what we're going to be seeing in November. And what do we notice here? We're going to notice an uptick on rents. I'll be very interested to see what that's going to do to our average days on market during our next Greenwood market report. So you've got to tune into this market. Out of all of these markets that we've currently been keeping an eye on, I would, if I'm an active investor in this market, I'm probably looking at Greenwood right now, Noblesville maybe as a secondary, but Greenwood I am definitely keeping my eyes on, because I can get in there for a relatively affordable investment price point and still place a tenant in a reasonable amount of time, and then still reap the rewards, because there's still a lot of good construction going on in Greenwood, a lot of new home builds going on in Greenwood. So you're still going to reap the benefits of the appreciation over the next couple of years, which is exactly what you should be looking at right now. So Greenwood all the way. It has earned its holiday spirit. This is a market I want to be a part of.
I agree. I mean, the schools are good. It's got good fundamentals. I would say that price graph is weird. That's a weird one, right? I mean, it just peaked in May for some reason, and it kind of has taken a dive. But that's just a little bit of an oddball in terms of the trend over time for that. So I'm optimistic on this one. I think there's upside to push the rents on this one for sure.
I definitely feel some upside. Yeah, I'm trying to block out the graph over there because it's giving me a little bit of anxiety the way it wobbles all over. But this market's alive. It's growing. Again, I want to reiterate, I think a lot of that squiggly line, it's a little bit of a hidden market, and I think it's just beginning to find itself. I'm talking to a lot of new investors. They are starting to mention the Greenwood name more than ever before. And so, I mean, it all makes sense. I mean, these numbers to me make sense. Average days on market up nearly 13%. We all know why. We've talked about it already in these previous market reports. A lot of seasonality without a doubt, but without a doubt, it's also reflective of the current economic. You want to stay ahead of it, and it looks like maybe they're trying to stay ahead of it here in Greenwood, with your average rents already ticking down, although it's only 0.25%. We'll see what happens in the next market report for Greenwood.
Awesome. Well, that's it. That's all we have for today.
That's a wrap. Yeah. We'll have to develop a name for this kind of packed market report. So any ideas, let us know. But I thought this would be super, super helpful to certainly new investors, right? Looking into the area, where should I invest? Well, here's the real-time data to help guide your decision. Of course, you can always reach us on the phone. Don't hesitate. Give us a call. Happy to help in any way that we can. Run a rental analysis on a new prospective property. Let us know. I mean, we're here to help. And of course, if I haven't mentioned it before, like and subscribe. You've got to be tuned into these market reports. If now more than ever, right?
Yep,
I mean, during a healthy economic time, you got to be in tune, right? You got to be in tune with where your dollars are going. But right now, it is essential.
Yep, I totally agree. Could not agree more. Especially right now, if you can educate yourself, get ahead of it, get your thing leased up. It's going to save you money in the long run. So stay tuned. We're going to do these every month. I don't know. This felt pretty good to me, Chris. This is our first round, but it felt pretty good.
I loved it. This is great. I felt like it was a lot of good information. I even got a lot of good information from just going back and forth. Yeah, this is good. I like it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I guess that's a wrap, guys.
That's a wrap. Let's close it out. We'll see you guys next month.